Megan, and today I'm here to bring you my May wrap-up. And now for the month of May, I read a pretty decent amount for the amount of traveling and events going on in my life. Not as much as I wanted, but I still read 4.5 books, and I really enjoyed all of them, so I'm excited to jump in. So let's just go ahead and do that. The first book I completed was The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. This is their jointly written middle grade story following our main character, Cal, who for his whole life has been told the magisterium and magic is evil. So he's been prepping his whole life to fail the entrance exam into the magical school. However, even with his best efforts, he still gets admitted. When he arrives at the magisterium, he's paired up with two people who become his good friends, and from there he gets like sucked into all types of adventures. The story really engrossed me. I really enjoyed this first book, and I really feel like I'm going to continue to enjoy the series even more down the road. It definitely has a feeling that it's going to continuously get darker and darker with each upcoming novel. This type of story is just one that naturally appeals to me. I love magic, I love school setting, I love friendship, I love all of those things, and this book has it all. And like I said, I felt like it has a really clever and interesting world, and I also feel like it's gonna progressively get better and better with each book. That being said, I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked it, and I'm excited to continue on with the series. The next book I completed was the Perustopia Book Club pick of the month for the month of May, and this month we were doing a paid promotion with Disney Hyperion, and that is The Dark Prophecy, which is book 2 to the Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. Oh, I could not speak more highly of this series. I've already done a full non-spoiler review, which I'll leave linked down below, but this is the second book to Rick Riordan's new Greek and Roman series that follows Apollo, who was cast down from Olympus by his father Zeus and transformed into a 17-year-old boy with acne and a driver's permit. He doesn't have access to his powers, but he has to go on an adventure teaming up with a myriad of demigods around him to solve the Oracle problem. This book is hilarious. I will say it over and over again. Having Apollo as our main character and our main narrator is it's just hysterical. Apollo is a god, so he's used to people kind of groveling at his feet, doing whatever he says, so when he begins to realize he doesn't really have that sway anymore, it's just so funny and people really give him a hard time. You also have a lot of cameos of past characters that you just love, and it's exciting to see them again, but also the new characters in this series like Meg are absolutely wonderful. Meg is probably one of my favorite Rick Riordan characters of all time, which I think is saying something because I feel like Rick has a way with characters. This was a great continuation of this series. I felt like it really pushed the plot forward, and I can't wait to see where the next books go. This book has a wonderful mixture of light and funny and action like we're used to seeing in Rick Riordan books, but it also has a lot of darker threads, and I feel like Rick Riordan is not afraid to now maybe broach some subjects that before were a little uncomfortable to talk about in middle grade. Overall, I really loved this book. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really great. I'm super excited to continue on. You guys know how much I love Rick Riordan, so yes. Next book I completed this month was a doozy, and that was A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This book looks short, but it's not. It's like almost 800 pages, and boy did I fly through this. I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about this book. First being, I really loved it. This is a problematic series. I will say it every time, but I am just trash for it. I find it so addicting, the character and the storyline. Officially, I will say that this particular series I do like more than Throne of Glass now. I think they're about on par with each other in terms of like action and storyline, but I find that I like pretty much all the characters in this series compared to me losing some favor for some of the characters in Throne of Glass, which just makes me really love this. Like I said, I have a lot to say, and this is a third book in a series, so I don't want to spoil anything, but this is a, I would say, new adult fantasy series that involves fae. It has a lot of explicit sex scenes, so if that's something that makes you uncomfortable or just something you like to know, keep that in mind when you pick up this series. I love all the characters. It's just great. The pairings, the couplings are just, you just get addicted. I will say Sarah J. Maas's sex scenes can be a little ridiculous to read sometimes, including this. There's some words that are forever ruined for me now. My favorite element of this for sure was Nesta. I could read an entire book of Nesta just sitting in a chair reading a book, and then every once in a while sitting up and glaring at me, and then that's it. I could read that whole, book could be 1,000 pages and I would still read it. She's like my whole life, and I think there's gonna be a spin-off series with her, and I cannot wait because I love her. So like I said, I really enjoyed this. I thought this was a great concluding novel. Finishing novel of this part of the series. I don't really know. I feel like it's gonna keep going, but like, I don't really know. I ended up giving this like a 4.5, 5 out of 5 stars. I really liked it. It is just so addicting. Like, There's something about the way Sarah J Maas writes that would just suck you in and you can't even help it. You'll try to resist, you'll try to fight, and you'll be like, never mind, I love it. And then that's it, that's just it. And the final completed book I read this month was Always and Forever, Lara Jean. I read this in one sitting on the plane ride back from Paris. And this is again the third and final book to the Always and Forever trilogy by Jenny Han, which is a YA series following our main character Lara Jean, who writes letters to the boys she loves but never sends them out, except one day they all get sent out and she has to deal with the consequences of this. Again, this is the concluding novel, so I don't want to say any spoilers, but this was a really wonderful story. You kind of wrap up on Lara Jean's like high school experience. You see her kind of grow up, you see her gain more confidence, and also decide some very important future steps for herself. I just love this story. I love Lara Jean's family. Kitty is probably one of my favorite book characters. She's so spunky, she is so sharp, she's hilarious, and also all the baking in this book series just gives me all the warm and fuzzy feelings and also makes me incredibly hungry. There was so much dialogue about chocolate chips in this book that literally I had dreams about chocolate chips. Like, I'm not kidding. This just has such a lighthearted air to it. It's just lovely. It will give you a hug. It doesn't have too much drama. It makes you feel happy. It's like an ABC, you know, like teen romance book, but like in a good way, in a way that just makes you watch and you're just like, I love them. I wish you guys the best. Anyway, I thought this was a really great concluding novel. Not my favorite in the trilogy, but I honestly really appreciated what Jenny Han did with this story. I really thought it was like a really nice way to finish up a story. It just felt like you were just revisiting her and just seeing everything unfold, and it was just really lovely. And I ended up giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. It was so, so cute. And the last book I wanted to quickly mention, but not necessarily review yet, is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. You're probably wondering why I haven't finished this yet. I'm halfway through, and the reason why I didn't finish it is because I left it on a plane a week ago when I was on my way to Paris, and I was super sad about it, thought about it all week because I just wanted to read it. Basically meaning I haven't been able to pick it up until yesterday when I got back, and I'm now halfway through. So far, so great. Can't wait to talk about this more next month. But I did want to quickly mention that I am reading it, and that is why I haven't finished it. But it's so good. Cassandra Clare, how do you keep doing it over and over again and like so well over and over again and different each time? I don't know. I'm here for it though. I'm here for it. Alrighty guys, that is my May wrap up. I really love pretty much everything I have read and I'm currently reading this month. It was such a great month for books. Let me know down below the book you read this month that was your favorite, as I would love to know, and I will see you soon with another video soon. Goodbye!